Well, I am so excited to be here with two amazing women. They are representing the Stevens Center Guild. I've got Beth Settle. She is, I'm looking at my notes, vinNebraska. You're on the Guild, a Guild member, but you're also the co-chair, the co-event chair for vinNebraska coming up. And we have Debbie Slattery, also a Guild member, and also a event co-chair for vinNebraska. Ladies, welcome and thank you for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Well, let's vinNebraska. I know so many people are familiar with that event. It's been happening for, I don't know, well over a decade, maybe two. But the Stevens Center is the new partner, the charity partner this year. So let's first just talk about the Stevens Center and what is it, and then we will dive into the event specifics. So who wants to take that one?
Well, I'll take the Stevens Center. So the Stevens Center was started over 30 years ago by Dick and Sharon McNeil. And the Stevens Center mission is to partner with the community, families and individuals to overcome addiction, homelessness, and poverty. So they have a shelter that's located down on 25th and Q Street. And it is a shelter for both single people as well as families.
Yeah. And
was built about 5 years ago, I believe, the new shelter.
Yeah, they do absolutely wonderful work. And you want to talk a little bit about the Guild, and then we'll talk about vinNebraska as well?
Sure. So we have a guild of about 30 ladies, and our goal is to work on fundraising for the Stevens Center. And in the past, we've had an event that's been very popular called Cruise Away. And then we were asked to partner with vinNebraska for the next 2 years for the proceeds to go to the Stevens Center. And our guild works to really plan and put this event on along with vinNebraska.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, vinNebraska, what is vinNebraska? For people, they might know the name, but they might not know actually everything behind it. So
well, vinNebraska started in 1989 when a group of knowledgeable winemakers got together and tried to think how they could come up raising money for local charities. That's where vinNebraska started. They brought in vintners from, the West Coast, and it was a one-night event originally on Saturday night where you had tastings and heavy hors d'oeuvres. And now it has turned into a two-night event where Friday night is this fabulous. We have a 6-course gourmet dinner that's to die for, paired with wines picked by the vintners attending. And then the Saturday night event is the grand wine tasting that's just more casual. And there's going to be, we have 24 vintners coming and each bringing like 3 wines to sample. So there'll be a lot of wine sampling.
Yeah, it is a grand event. I've been many times and I absolutely love it because you're having, are there restaurants involved in this as well? In the Saturday event? I mean, are we eating food as well?
Yes. So we are having a sit-down dinner. We'll have the silent and live auction. During the silent auction portion, that will be the wine tasting. So you'll be able to walk around and interact with all the vintners that are there and sample their wines. And then once that is done, about 6:45, then we'll go into the ballroom at the Marriott and we'll have a sit-down dinner and live auction.
And the food is being prepared by the Marriott staff.
Absolutely.
And they actually were voted the best food and beverage of all the Marriotts in North America.
Oh my
So we're really
goodness.
excited about that. Yeah. I mean, we've had some tastings and they were just absolutely wonderful. So
wow.
There's going to be some fabulous food.
Yes.
I did not know that. Well, that even takes it up another level as well.
It does.
The wine the wine in itself is great. So Marriott downtown.
Correct, in the Capital District, yes.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, I'm looking at the website right now. I know there's lots of information on here, but it's vinNebraska.com. But again, let's talk. One of the questions here that is, how does it relate to the Stevens Center, vinNebraska?
Well, each year Well, vinNebraska picks out a charity that they
Okay, so
donate
they
money
actually
to
do that
for
on
2
their end,
years.
yeah.
So all the money made from this weekend, our tasting, everything goes to the Stevens Center. So in the past, over 30 years, vinNebraska has raised over $6 million that have gone to local charities. And
Wow,
we're really excited that, the proceeds for the next 2 years will go to the Stevens Center.
absolutely. Okay, let's, I know we talked about this, but let's backtrack, talk about time again. So Saturday night at the Marriott, and the event date is, tell me that again.
It is April 8th and 9th.
Okay.
The Friday night is the fancier sponsorships, which we still do have a couple of sponsorships available. And then Saturday night, we have a VIP tasting that starts at 4 p.m. And that is going to be served a magnum, or larger than a magnum. A gal is bringing a over $900 bottle of wine that you can exclusively taste, and you get to really exclusively visit with the vintners. And then at 5 p.m., the doors open to the general public, and the tickets are $175 per person. And you get to, as Debbie said, you'll get to taste about 24 different vintners wines, everything from white wines to red wines. And it's just going to be a really super event. We have a lot of great auction items as well. We've secured 4 Kansas City Chiefs tickets that'll be on the Saturday night live auction, as well as that's the grand wine auction for vinNebraska as well.
Okay.
And so it's going to be just a wonderful event.
Yeah.
Well, and each vintner for the Saturday night live auction does an auction item, and some of them are tastings at their vineyard, with dinner and things like that, or some fabulous wines that they're bringing. So anybody that loves wines, you want to be there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This event truly is for the wine connoisseur, the wine lover, but it's also for people that might not know that much about wine, because you get such a great education, because you actually are having conversations with the people making the wine. And I mean, it's so much fun to learn.
And that's the nice thing about the Friday night dinner. It's a table of 8, and you're paired with one of the vintners that are there, so they can talk about the different wines and how they go with the food that's been chosen.
Oh, I love it. That is that's so awesome. So again, go to your website, go to the website to purchase tickets, vinNebraska.com. Again, I'm looking this way because I'm looking at the website. There's sponsor information, there's ticket information, and there's a lot of other information about all kinds of really great stuff. So anything else that you want to add before we wrap this up?
I think one thing too to mention too is that vinNebraska also donates a $5,000 scholarship to a student at the Metro Culinary Institute.
Wow.
And so they do that every year. And so we actually then will give them from our proceeds that we get from our event, then we will give them a check for $5,000 to award to a scholarship recipient.
That's awesome. And there's information about the scholarship as well on the website.
Yes. But visit the website. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can also visit the StevensCenter.org, their website, to learn more about what the Stevens Center does for our community.
Well, last question to you two ladies about the Guild. Does the Guild have any other events throughout the year? I know they've got this main spring event. Anything else?
We usually just do one fundraiser a year, but in the other things, we do things actually down at the Stevens Center, like cookies and cocoa with Santa for the kids, and the Easter party, Halloween, whatever, things. Anytime they need some help, we're the ones on call. We serve meals, gather food, things that need to be, toilet paper, paper towels, things like that.
Decorate the shelter for Christmas and have as Debbie mentioned, the cookies and cocoa, which they love. So
So I mean, I want to encourage everybody watching this to check out information on the guild as well, because, you know, being a part of this organization in that capacity is just a great way, first of all, to give back, to be involved, to be around other people that care about this organization. And again, guilds do so much. I mean, what you ladies and men do on a guild is just, I mean, it's amazing. And it's just almost kind of that extra little pump that these organizations need for these funds.
Right.
It's a very humbling experience.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's well worth it. And if anyone is
Mhm.
interested, we'd love to have you join the guild.
Right. And we are starting a younger generation.
Like a
to-
YP.
Yes, to
Young
kind
professional.
of get men and women both
Yeah.
enjoy the next younger generation. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
exciting as well.
All right. Well, we'll have to talk more about that in the future. But again, Beth and Debbie, thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a great event. And I just want to thank you both for everything that you do for the community.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you,
We
Andy.
appreciate it.
We appreciate it very much.